Hello everyone, back again. I'm going to do a car video, trying to record. I know it's been a long time. I've been beyond crazy busy. So, doing the best I can to make some content. It's not necessarily the most quality content right now, and never really is because of a lot of different reasons. Mainly because I do everything myself, and I don't have a whole lot of help with YouTube and other projects and whatnot. So, I guess this will be what it'll be, and I appreciate anyone who's checking it out and whatnot anyways. Hopefully I can make a video on that. I know I needed to go back and listen to all my content just to hear myself say, oh, this is something I need to do, da-da-da-da. Yep, that alarm clock's going to go off every 5 minutes. It's going to get highly annoying. And the phone's not even plugged into the charger, but I had to get going. Oh my gosh, I tell you guys, if you're not seeing here, you know, it's pretty obvious how busy and whatnot I am. Use all the help in the world, but nobody is willing to help. I will help everyone else and don't get help myself. But that's, you know, maybe we'll get into that one day. So, anyhow, doing what I need to do first thing in the morning before everyone's out. I'm going to dodge all the people, hopefully, as many as I can, because they don't know how to drive and they get in your way and they're slow, and I don't have all day. It takes 15 minutes of a drive. Let's see how long of a drive it's going to take me. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes if you're booking it, and just if you're going through the next town, it's a busy town, it's where everybody goes, so that's kind of how that situation is. Anywho, mini rant aside or whatnot, the video that I'm doing here is basically just an update on some ideas and things that I would like to do. I've been doing this, had the same ideas in my head for many, many years, maybe decades. At least a decade or so, and I don't get a whole lot of help with any of the content, so I have to do it all myself. I literally can do endless content if at all possible. In the last couple of years, it's been so busy, I don't have time to even sleep or whatnot, so I do what I can. I want to do stuff on the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I need to do reaction videos that Silent Castle sends me. I don't really know what the whole appeal of it is or whatever, but I guess it tickles him, so, you know, we won't get into the whole tickling each other and whatnot, but, yeah, in a figurative sense, you know, and then I was obviously making a crude, dumb joke. So, yeah, he sends me these game clips and whatnot, and he'll send me, sometimes he'll send me some dual videos, and I tell him, send me stuff, please, that you can send, that I can watch, or listen to, not watch, because I'm never home, and then I have internet issues at home, and I have trouble recording, I have charger issues, I have electrical issues, I have time issues, obviously, so I do what I can. I hope that my reactions to it tickle someone, because it's just, kind of nonsensical content. It's nothing that you have to think about, which I guess is okay from time to time, but a lot of people need to buck up and start thinking and learning and whatnot, and it's been very different lately, and after you've been in the same mindset for many years, and you try to do things every day, and then you're suddenly out of it, and then you're back in, and you're back out, just like Cocky from the good old WWE Raw back in 2006. I reckon if my good buddy's listening here, he'd get that joke. We always make that joke. Childish humor. So basically, I've got different things there. I have Pokemon content. I just got to see one of my good buddies back in the day. I don't know if we want to call him Savage or what we're going to call him, the boy. Because we try to protect our names the best we can, but, you know, if you know, you know type deal, push a T. So, I mean, that's how it goes, and ran into him, and we got a little bit of content out, and he just happened to have his cards on him, so then I had to take him back to my area, which was across town, and we hung out there, did some duels and whatnot. I've had a lot of recording issues. Another thing that happens is I record only on this device that I'm recording on, which is breaking as well, so I'm working on that situation. My internet issues, most of the time my Wi-Fi's out, so I'm down to one phone, tablet to use. Otherwise, I would have at least one TV, 2 laptops, 2 to 3 tablets as well, and a phone that I can all use to make do with type deal. I know, Savage, the boy, all of us were trying to do some more Pokemon content. I actually got to battle Savage, the boy, pretty decently, a decent amount of times over Pokemon Showdown, because he actually was able to do some stuff, which that's nice. I'm glad to hear it. And that was the time before that, which I can't catch him on the phone at all. I can't catch most people on the phone. Talk to Silent Castle, and that's about it, really. I go out of my way to try to go out and see Silent Castle and whatnot, and we try to do what we can. There's very specific times to go, and there's very specific times I have things going on, and it's quite the situation, we'll just say. So, let's see, Savage, Pokemon Showdown. If you know another guy, he's been on the channels probably before, whether it's just us talking. We did a draft with he and the big man. I don't know what we want to call him. We want to call him Mocha. We want to call him Big. Well, no, Big would be confusing. Yar. We could go Yar. We could go Gib. Yar Gib. I'll probably forget all these nicknames and whatnot, but yeah, we had different nicknames for ourselves and whatnot. Technically, he's the one that says technically all the time, so if you ever hear jokes about technically, or we talk about technically guy, that's who I'm talking about. We try to get together. He lives basically 2 towns over, so that's difficult to get together, and usually we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, so we'll try to record us dueling or whatnot. Then I don't have Wi-Fi over his house and that type stuff a lot of times, so I try to record on the DS, and then I'm in the process of moving stuff from the DS over to the game, but then I was trying, or not the game, the DS to the tablet, and I spent most of the day here so far, the last 4, 5, 6 hours, just erasing stuff off of this tablet here onto the DS as well, so I have it on there, and then we'll work on erasing them and whatnot, because I need to have entertainment and stuff as well for road trips and that kind of deal. I would have really enjoyed to be able to record a lot more, but for a lot in the car, I've been in the car a lot, and I'm going to try to record more, but it's so go, you don't get to think, and then you'd probably just hear me raging at all the people, being like, brother, come on, get out of the way. That's what it used to be. Now it's cussing every other word, so I try to not swear and whatnot left and right, but it's difficult at times. It's stuttering here, so that's just kind of how it is. Let's see what else we got. Newcomer, Nasty Grass, the Beard, what do we call him? Chew. I don't know what we called him. Hidden Strike, Yu-Gi-Oh. That guy, we get together from time to time when we can, and usually I just give him a game to play, and he works on my game for me or whatever, and we just kind of goof around, cast some people, talk about like some wrestling, Yu-Gi-Oh, occasional Pokemon stuff, just whatever, music, a lot of music stuff. But he's busy all the time too, so there's that whole situation. I try to record myself with like a bunch of other people that I rarely get around, so if you hear an unfamiliar voice, that's very possible that it's someone new that you hadn't heard from before. I don't know that I'll have names for everybody, and I can't give out the names of these people just because that's smart, and I highly recommend you always come up with nicknames for people, and I don't show myself and all that as much as I can. So it's just my voice, which I know hurts my channel and whatnot, because if I had, you had a face with the name and all that, most people probably don't even know what to call me, they can call me XOYNI, Dragon Lord, ALEDMC, I think I have channels called Wrestling, Pokemon, Musical Enthusiast. I've got so many channels. I'm trying to get back in touch with a bunch of people, trying to get back. If you guys go way back and you just happen to come across this video, I actually got a hold of a guy that you might know named Red Daddy Archfiend King. And on the Grand King's X channel. We used to go pretty hard back in the day when he was really up to date on the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. He knew more about the meta game and combos and all that, and I just kind of played what I had. And we had a lot of fun playing and whatnot. But those were, mind you, that was 7-8 years ago. It was still very fun. I got another friend from around that time. I don't know how many videos we have of him. If we call him a shark bait or whatever we're gonna call him, maybe one day I'll get with him again. I've got people from back in school I still need to get with, new people I've met. I always try to include everyone into my life. They don't like to include me back, but I always like to send the invites. I've talked to several people about doing interviews where they would just interviews, conversations, and try to record us talking or whatever. Because I'll tell you this right now, one of my favorite things on YouTube is audio. I don't need video of most things. Very rarely do I ever really need video of anything. I don't watch TV per se, I listen to it. I have varying degrees at different times, how deeply I want to go into something and whatnot. Haha, insert joke. Literally insert. So, I reckon there's that. I like to do reviews of reviews and reviews of like wrestling shows or whatever they're talking about, because I do pay attention to literally about everything there is in wrestling, different degrees on interest. It's more of a habit than anything. It's kind of take it or leave it. It's just, that's one of my few hobbies that I've had all my life. Same with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, music and whatnot. It's just, I'm in a habit of doing it for so many years. I want to maybe give some credit to some of the guys, I guess I'll say guys, some of the people that do content and whatnot. We got something major going on here. There's fire trucks or something all over the place here. It looks like fire truck. It's just wild through here. Oh man, hate to see it. So, those are some of the ideas. I've done a ton with music. I write people's lyrics out. I try to critique it. I try to remix it into different words and different things like that. I try to make things rhyme. I try to change the slang into literal. I change literal into slang. Just different concepts there. Trying to reach different people and whatnot. Obviously, I know with the esoteric content, which I've actually been kind of out of touch with, I've been so busy, it's hard. I know what's coming and whatnot. I've said a lot about it. I can keep repeating myself. It's just, sometimes it gets a little old. It's like I know so much and I throw it all at people and I don't know if they understand it. And YouTube, you get so censored and whatnot. That's another thing. And I don't care about being censored. I hate that. It bothers me just the slightest bit that all the work that people put into it, no matter what they're doing, they don't get a fair shot at getting looked at. I think that's complete bullcrap, because the only ones that do get pushed and the ones that have millions of viewers are the ones who are pushed. And, people get upset about that because they're favorites or whatever. Like, whatever. You like what you like, but I'm just telling you how the system works. You're going to not get where you want. You get stricken if you're not part of the system and whatnot. You're saying something that the computer doesn't want you to say, and there's certain words you don't know what you can and can't say. I upload a lot of A Call for an Uprising's videos, and I think he's the best channel on YouTube, bar none. Best, smartest, up-to-date, new, old, everything. Just all kinds of esoteric content about what's to come, why things are how they are, how they became this way. With everything, you can connect technology, you can connect technology, connect money, food, the social stuff, the political stuff, quote unquote. What is going on around here? People are just all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna get your stuff out of the way, I guess. Works for me. Nope. It's taking my normal parking spot. So those are some things I've been doing. I've been in the car a lot, listen to a lot of music, I guess, even though I have a love-hate relationship with music, like everything else, really. I understand the occult side of everything, and, I can see things in front of me, what they're doing, and that type deal. So then I have to try to explain it to people, and then most of them are like, "What are you talking about? You're crazy for having a difference of opinion. You're not allowed to think." But yeah, 15 minutes is pretty much the average here of a drive. And obviously we're at the 15-minute mark. I'm having a lot of trouble uploading too, which is a big thing. So I try to save my stuff, and then I have videos that are 5 hours long, 2 hours long on my history and whatnot, and I can't upload them. I can't edit them. I gotta try to get them. On my DS, I can only go 10 minutes at a time. What I used to do is when I had my internet working and whatnot, which it was working, then it stopped, so that's nice. Even though I pay for it, so that's a whole other situation. I just had it fixed, and it was such a burden off my back, and it was very helpful. So from there, after that happened, things were going pretty well for a day or so, and let's see, yeah, and then it went back, so it was that situation. I'm always trying to multitask and do other things, so please excuse something that if I don't do something perfectly, it's kind of how that goes. We'll have that issue. I have a lot of playlists, I have a lot of channels, so I highly recommend you check out my other channels. I have XOYNI. Let's see, what's the actual name of the channel? I've named it so many times. XOYNI ALEDMC SONTIL. That's ESO space ENT space ILL. That's my main channel. I just had a strike taken off. The strikes sit there for a month, or not a month, 3 months. So I got that back in late June or July, somewhere around there, and it took them months to come off. So now I can start uploading again. Yeah, hopefully get some stuff out. I like to do shorter videos if possible, but yeah, I'm in the car a lot, so I just kind of turn on the camera and record. There's a lot of information out there that I need people to understand and that type deal, so I try my best to do that. No matter what you're into, if I've named something that you're into, I've got content on it. I do castings where I cast shows, music, all that kind of stuff as people I know, and I can do it on like characters that from TV shows into music. I've got like different theme song ideas. I've got just different things. I have a lot of interest and whatnot, and I know a lot of information, so I'm always up to try to talk to some people if they're commenting or whatever. I remember I was going to do a review on a comment that a guy sent me about a call for an uprising, this long video or the long comment, and I started reading it, and it was pretty much just like, "Oh, well, what do you think of this?" And I didn't get to read it all, but it was basically to the effect of, "It's time to react to that and give my opinion." So I found that picture recently, and then I put it on my in my pictures here in my folder. So I've got thousands of pictures to look through. But if I find that again, I should be able to do a review on that. I know the guy probably meant well, but I'm telling you right now, I know what I know, and I get a little irritated when people try to tell me this, that, and the other, and if I know something, don't tell me that I don't, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can with that, but that's how that is. I'm just adding some things to my mini playlist here. Oh, I don't have nearly enough playlists and whatnot. But yeah, I have a ton. And then I have to add them all. I have to have a laptop to add them all onto one playlist. And then I get 10 of the same videos, and I have to erase a bunch of them through different things. Like right now I have 2,748 videos. I was down to somewhere under, I think, 23 or something like that. And that shows you how much I'm, involved with all this stuff. I know my stuff from time to time about all this, and instead of just erasing them, I do a lot of adding to playlists and whatnot. I've got stuff from different content. I've got stuff like from Suits in The Office. Those are a couple of my shows that I really like to watch. And listen to whatever. I've seen a couple times through on both. So I pretty much know a lot that happens there if I can remember it. So if anyone knows anything about that stuff, go ahead and mention it to me, whatever, that you're into the same stuff, and maybe we'll have something we can talk about there. I've got like Law and Order SVU stuff. I've seen that every episode up until season, I don't even know, 2018, something like that. Like, we're going many episodes. So there's that whole situation. Don't worry if I'm overwhelming right now, because I overwhelm everyone. I overwhelm myself, and that's just how it is. Yeah, I need to write things down and whatnot. I don't have time to do it. So what I do every day is I have to sit in public and whatnot, and it's very difficult to sit in public area and do the things that I'd like to do, such as listening to music, writing, all that. Sometimes I'll be lifting weights while I'm doing it. It just depends. I'm talking to people, calling people on the phone. You do what you can do, really, and I do the maximum amount, and I try to push even more, and what is it will be, basically. So that's what I do. I think Silent Castle and I are hoping to make some more Pokemon videos. We haven't done it in years because he never brings his stuff with him, so you can hound him. You can comment down what you want to see and whatnot. I'm always interested to listen. And go ahead and comment down. Say, I want some more. I want to see Silent Castle more. I want him to do this. I want, Savage or Technically or any of those guys. We used to have a decent group with us, and then it was an everyday thing, and it just stopped. And I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. They're doing their own thing. I'm doing my own thing, and that's pretty much what's been going on. Yeah, a lot of different things. Try to I try to get as much done as possible. Making another playlist, so this is gonna be called Yu-Gi-Oh! Make on Dual Link Evolution? Question mark. I have a lot of stuff on like the Yu-Gi-Oh games, different things like that. I was looking forward to like Master Duel, Cross Duel, all that. I'm already behind on both, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up. So I don't know if I'll end up getting to that or whatnot. But if I don't, then I don't. But I guess it is what it is. I like the ideas, so I hope they end up being real good. It's different from the meta, which is good. I mean, I would like if Master Duel was just crazy and just every card was legal. I wish there was a tournament like that, and you could play like, you could try one of every card, you could try three of every card, and then go from there at least. I just want to see what it's like. I mean, everyone would just play three pot of greeds and all that. I understand that, but it'd be a lot of staple cards and whatnot. I mean, you playing certain staple cards, and it would bring Ash and Droll out, though. Like, everyone would be playing Ash and Droll and, like, all these other things that they should be playing anyways. Back row removal would be a lot bigger. Like, if you had access to all your, feather dusters and that kind of stuff, people would be very interested in looking into and all that, because anyone who's playing a bunch of traps would get blown away by the feather dusters and that type deal. But I think it's about time to go inside, and I can't record inside, so I will let you go, and I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Love you guys. Bye.